From the creators of Relevant Magazine, this is the Relevant Podcast.
I got somewhere to go. I got somewhere to go. Or leave these thoughts alone. Just leave these thoughts alone. I got somewhere to go. Got somewhere to go.
It's Tuesday, September 4th. 2018, and it's the Relevant Podcast. Yes, on a Tuesday. I'm your host, Cameron Strang, and here with me in our Orlando studios, once again, Jesse Carey.
Hello, hello.
Over there on the ones and twos, our illustrious engineer, my brother, Chandler Strang.
Hello.
On the Skype line from Nashville, Tennessee, Tyler Huckabee.
Hey, everybody.
And also in Nashville, back from Scotland, finally, Annie F. Downs.
Good morning, gents. I missed you too.
What? It was not the same without you.
It wasn't the same. I have a couple things I want to address. One, I want to hear about Annie's trip to Scotland because I've always been fascinated with the region. And I also...
Have you ever been?
I've never been.
If you're so fascinated, make it a point to go.
I mean, we can go there.
Yeah, let's do a live show.
I'll take you there, Theater of the Minds, here in a few minutes.
Okay, I do want to go there. Let's do a live show for the Scots out there. That's what they call the Scottish people.
Okay.
The Scots.
Cool, yeah.
And I also want to talk about a wardrobe choice that was made this morning by Tyler Huckabee.
Start there. Start
Tyler.
with that.
Tyler.
Okay. On Theater of the Mind, a black vintage rock and roll t-shirt.
Very cool.
A blue denim unbuttoned shirt over the black.
Confirm
Very
you're
cool.
talking about Tyler Huckabee and not Annie Downs. Just real quick,
that's
everyone.
right.
Both of which...
Cameron's describing Tyler's outfit.
It's hair swept back, tucked behind his ears, headphones dangling.
About a 9 o'clock shadow, like the cool one.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And then
this is where it gets bold because already, like just those elements, I don't think I could pull that off. Do you?
Of course, I wear this every day.
Yeah.
I want you to finish this, and then I want to address because I have a response.
Okay.
But go ahead, finish it.
I think 2 years ago, the three of us, you, me, and Huckabee, went to Lollapalooza.
That's right.
And Tyler was wearing stuff that neither Cameron and I could come close to pulling off. Tyler pulls it off magnificently. I'm talking about an American flag, head to toe.
Yeah.
Yet it was so fashionable and so bold.
Yeah.
He made like a listicle of the best dressed people at Lollapalooza that year. He literally made
the craziest dressed.
Yeah, I know. It was the best fashion.
Oh, like he didn't create the list. He was on the list of best dressed at Lollapalooza.
He was on another magazine's list, like a photo slideshow of the best people. And so
it was a Cameron shot. So I think the lighting, it was not just me. I
did. I put it on Instagram and they stole it and made a listicle.
Yeah, but either way, it wasn't like a flat. It might have been like Pitchfork or Paste or something like that. That you respect their sense of fashion, right?
Sure.
And so today, Tyler signs on. He's got the vintage rock shirt, the cool denim. Shirt. It's got the pearl buttons on it.
Yeah, the only kind.
He's looking so Nashville. I love it.
Yeah.
And here is where it gets bold. Okay, because that's already okay. It is tied carefully around your neck. It appears to be a hybrid ascot scarf. I want to hear.
It's a bandana that to me looks like it's actually choking him because it's tied so tightly. It's not ascot-y enough.
It got a nice little here. All right, let me.
It's incredibly colorful as well.
Break it down.
It's folded over tight, almost to be like necktie width. Okay, so it's folded over, so it's not billowing like the old cowboy style.
Tyler, when you got up, you're like, "Hey, it's Friday. It's Friday,"
and it's very colorful.
It's so colorful. That's Tyler, what I love about it. It's a pop of color, is what we would call that, a pop.
When you're a kid and you get the baking sheet out as a summer break craft and you melt all the crayons to make a multicolored crayon.
It's just brown.
No. You take all the crayons.
Cameron, I feel like you're cutting down the scarf when I actually really like it.
I'm just describing what it looks like. If you took a box of crayons and melted it in a baking sheet and then made a fabric out of the result, that's his scarf.
Tyler.
So here's what went down. Let me walk you through this.
Okay.
I yesterday, Liz and I celebrated 4 years.
A hickey. She gave you a hickey on your anniversary.
No.
Oh my gosh! I hope that's true. Keep talking.
There's no hickey involved in this. This is a PG pot. You can leave it you don't have to turn this down for the kids in the back of the car. This is going to stay
Mom,
very family friendly throughout. we were watching a show on Netflix, and if you've seen this show, you're aware of this person.
Were you chilling?
It's this guy named Anthony.
Okay, Cameron.
It's this guy named Anthony, and he's on Queer Eye. And whenever he shows up, my wife turns into a different person. She gets
I love
very.
Anthony. I know exactly what you're talking about.
She gets very enamored by
Is he
him.
the guy with the long wispy brown hair?
No, not that's Jonathan. Anthony's the food and wine guy. He changes
adorable.
your culinary situation, and he's a good looking dude, and he wears the bandana. And there was a point where I looked over at her, and I saw that she was having like a positive reaction to Anthony's vibe. So I said, "Do you think that this is like? Do I like dress like that?" Because he wears a lot of rock tees. I wear a lot of rock tees.
You're both rock and roll type of guys. Yeah.
He just knows how to wear them.
Oh, that's what she said to you?
It hurt. It was painful, but 4 years of marriage, we can get away with stuff like that. So I am now trying to mimic, to copy some of his moves in an attempt to elicit the same response out of her that he seems to bring. Based on you guys' reactions so far this morning, I feel like maybe this isn't working.
No. Listen, the female in the family tells you that's working. You're doing it. You are our Anthony. I
was
love
self-conscious
it. Keep it up.
about it.
Tyler, I appreciate your bandana choice. I wish Cameron and I had a splash of flair this morning. I'm staying at his house. I stayed at his house last night, and I left the guest room. We're meeting up to go, and we looked at each other, and we're dressed almost identically.
Exactly.
So if one of us was wearing a
navy blue button-down shirts,
this would have solved the whole thing.
Navy blue hats with a white thing on it.
Yeah.
Navy blue button-down shirts.
You guys, I did not even realize y'all are identical twins right now.
Like,
and behind the scenes, we're recording all day today. Like we're broadcasting because even though this is Tuesday's episode, we're recording it on Friday. This is the last day of our Impact Week, which is what we did last week. While you're listening, raising money for great causes. And so Jesse and I are on Facebook Live together all day today, wearing the exact same clothes.
Yeah. I love that so much. Yeah. That's really cute. People are going to think that's adorable.
It's like old married couples. Old married couples start dressing like it. They start looking like their dogs.
We literally left each other's rooms in the living room and did the Spider-Man meme. Like literally, like, wait, you wear that? You wear that? We're pointing 2 points. Annie, let's pivot real quick. We got a lot to talk about. We got stuff going on. I do want to talk about your trip to Scotland real quick. In my mind, I always conflate Scotland and Ireland. And I know that the Carey family, like the name is Irish.
Yeah, you're right? Irish, yeah.
But I always conflate them in my mind, and they always sound like a delightful.
I'm Scottish. I'm very Scottish. I mean, we're mutts. We're mutts, but I'm primarily Scottish.
I always conflate the.
Oh, do you hear that? Okay, if you're hearing the siren in the background, our office is under siege right now. The fire alarm's going off. The flashing strobe's going off. This happens about once every 2 weeks. It has never once been anything.
Yeah.
But so now we don't even leave.
Yeah.
So
what is it? Does someone just do y'all have some jokester amongst in your building somewhere that pulls the fire alarm like a seventh grader?
I don't know. The problem we're in the heart of downtown. The bottom 2 floors of this tower are businesses, restaurants on the bottom floor, businesses on the second floor, and then floors 3 through 35 are condos. It's a residential tower in the heart of downtown. So somebody on floor 27 burned their popcorn and the whole building.
Oh, that's so annoying.
Annie, worst case scenario, there's a fire right now and we are all in danger. And I've sized up the room.
Yeah.
I can push every one of these people out of the way and run past them and leave them behind.
Yeah, it's no problem.
It's not going to be a problem for me.
There's 2 ways to get out of our office, too. And one of them happens to be directly outside our podcast studio. So if something bad happened, we're right outside.
I will easily run through the fire and leave my companions behind because that's what they would have wanted.
Jesse, do you remember this happened one other time and you and I were on Skype and all the lights went out and I was like, we're about to watch through Skype the Relevant Studios burn to the ground.
Yeah. So, it is interesting. We have in the coming weeks, actually a week or 2 from now, a video of our podcast will start to come out. We were waiting for the podcast studio build out to be finished. The build out, aesthetic build out is done now.
Yeah.
And now we just need to install the cameras. The aesthetic though is a massive modern wood lodge.
Yeah.
Essentially, we have
It's really
mounted.
beautiful.
I mean, literally tons, hundreds of wood boards to the wall. We could go up like a tinderbox.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is the most dangerous possible setting.
Yeah.
I mean, it would instantly turn it.
And when you have those essential oils going in there, oil and wood catches on fire. You're really done for.
Literally, this is an instant inferno.
Instant.
So,
Well, that's the thing.
It's a
Put us out of our
tinderbox.
misery quickly.
Yeah,
I don't want.
we're a
I don't want it
tinderbox.
to like simmer.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're-
like just
Yeah,
we're gone.
Just a poof and just ashes left for generations. Okay, Annie, real quick. So that's what's happening in the background for us right now. You recently
Okay.
visited Scotland. You just returned. In my mind, I always conflate Scotland and Ireland, and here's what I picture. Okay, and this is why I want to go.
Okay.
I read a book like in, I don't know, like 7th grade, whenever you read it, Hound of the Baskervilles, the Sherlock Holmes, Sir Edwin Conan Doyle. And the cover is like Sherlock, magnifying glass in hand, looking over a foggy moor, right? The
Yeah.
moors. And he's like, that's what I picture people do. There's like a castle, there's castles on the horizons.
Yeah.
There's always fog, like a foot off the ground, just kind of a haze.
Yeah.
And it's always cold all year round. Very,
Yep.
but like a comfy cold, right?
Like chilly.
Like sweater weather.
Yeah.
You know?
So
like
far, you're doing
light
great.
scarf.
And people, all they do is they wear long trench coats with their hands in their pockets, and they're like, "Aye, it's a good day, aye." And they're
They're
like,
not pirates.
"Aye." No, that's how they talk in my mind.
No,
and
yeah,
that's
they
all
are
they
all
do is just
pirates,
stroll.
and
They
they-
stroll the moors. They stroll the moors.
What are they strolling for? What are they looking
Yeah.
for?
That's what they do. They're strolling. They're strolling people. Am I right?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
They-
I mean,
they
again, this
stroll
is like
and they
someone saying,
comment
let me
on the
tell you about
fog.
the United States of America. And they describe one state. And you go like, okay. But
Yeah.
in Annie Downs' experience of Scotland, that I
That nailed
have
it.
pretty significant experience in Scotland because I used to live there. But you're pretty on point for Scotland versus I've only been to Ireland once, but
Yeah.
Scotland, you're kind of nailing it. I mean, the trench coats are few and far between, but the kilts are frequent.
Do they? Are they really? Because I picture like kilts are only for like novelty weddings and things, but they
all
wear
weddings,
them.
all weddings, not just novelty weddings, all weddings.
How often do you hear you hear people out here like busking? You know, they're playing like old paint buckets with sticks. Out there, do they just stand on the corner and play bagpipes for loose change?
Yes,
Serious?
Jesse. Literally, like
Cameron,
on the Royal
I'm a
Mile, there is
master.
a piper
I've never
everywhere.
even been. Why do I need to go? I already know everything there is to know about this place.
because you don't know what it smells like, and you don't know what
Okay.
you can describe that it feels.
I know what it
cold
smells like. It
and
smells
chilly,
like
but
shepherd's
the thing you
pie
don't know is that
everywhere.
it's always
every
Sheep dung and morning mist dew.
Every
No.
home is cooking shepherd's pie around the clock. It's just a big cycle of shepherd's pie. And so it smells like shepherd's pie. There's a lot of
Yeah.
strolling the moors. It's foggy and bagpipes all the time. I nailed it. I don't need to
okay.
go.
Yeah, you don't need to go. Actually, you got it. You
Every
got
once in a while, like you think you know somebody, and then they say something about their life, and you realize, oh, there's so much I don't know. I didn't know you lived
I'm
in
such
Scotland.
a mystery. Is that what you're saying?
I didn't know
Thank
you lived in
I didn't know you
Scotland.
lived in Scotland either.
Yeah.
When and why and how long and all that.
So I lived there in 2011 when I was writing a book and I was on staff at a college ministry there in Edinburgh. I was kind of the female on staff. When they offered me the job, y'all, what they said is, they said, we've got this one job opening and we were wondering, they called me from, I was in the US. They called me, the pastors that I knew, and they were like, so the job title is kind of like party starter. And I was like, I'll be there. How soon do you need me? I can do that job in a heartbeat.
What does starting a party in Scotland entail exactly? Does it like do you let all the sheep out of the pen
when
and they
you're
have
trying
to like
meet
run up
college
and down?
students, you can't there aren't campus ministries in the UK except for Scripture Union and Student Union, and so churches have to find other ways to meet students. So we had to come up with other creative ways to get to know college students.
Can I just say?
That's what
I'm
I got
surprised that something called Scripture Union isn't good at throwing parties. Hey, you
Surprising,
guys
right?
haven't been a party at the
I know.
Scripture Union? Yeah.
So that's why I lived there. So I lived there for most of 2011, and then I go back once or twice a year, every year, to see my friends. Like Jesse, in fact, when I was there last week, I was at a wedding, and so all my friends had on their kilts, and they all have it's everything you think. Now they don't wear them as much. They don't wear them like every Sunday to church, but every wedding, everybody wears their kilt with their family tartan. And I mean, it's the real deal.
Yeah. Well.
Everybody has little knives tucked into their socks. Everybody's got little
Why
pouches.
do they have knives in their socks?
Yeah.
It's like part of the outfit.
Oh yeah, yeah. They in case they encounter a violent leprechaun. Now I'm picturing
Now
it's more.
you're mixing them together. Now you're for sure mixing them
It's
together.
more like what's the
Hey.
what's the musical? Where were they?
West Side Story.
West Side Story. Like I'm picturing like
gosh.
Scottish knife fights could break out on any street corner at any time.
Yeah, like
And
pirates,
you're
like
not
pirate
wrong
culture
because you know
again.
nobody has guns, so they don't have shootings; they have stabbings.
Oh,
So you're right. I mean, Jesse, I'm not kidding you. For a guy who's never been to Scotland, now I've never seen
I'm a
a
pretty
knife fight. And I've
knowledgeable
been there a lot.
person,
The
yeah.
people are very kind and don't tend to stab each other on the regular. But if you're going to have one, that's what it's going to be. It's awesome. We should do podcast goes international. All of us go to
How
Scotland. We
many
record
knife
from there.
fights? How many knife fights did you witness while you're there? And how many disputes are settled via knife fight? Typically,
All my disputes worldwide are settled via knife fight. So I'm
good,
always involved
good.
in them. But the ones I saw that didn't involve me, very few.
Okay, good. Well, I'm
But
in.
it's awesome.
I'm in.
Y'all should go.
Live from.
It's the
We need
best.
to do a live show from Scotland, and it will end with me challenging one of the listeners to a knife fight on stage. I
Okay,
can't
Jesse,
wait.
and do y'all know what haggis is? Do you know the food
I mean,
of
I've
Scotland?
heard
Do you know
of-
what
I've heard of
haggis
it.
is?
Haggis is a witch, right? She's a witch.
Cameron, do you know what it is?
I mean, I've heard of it. I don't know the ingredients. I know, is it like the blood intestines thing one?
Yeah, it's like literally. Huckabee, have you had it before? It's
No.
okay. So listen, we can't. It's FDA does not allow it to exist in the U.S.
Okay.
because it is literally a sheep's stomach. Okay, Jesse, get ready. It's a sheep's stomach, and it is stuffed with ground up organs and oats and spices, and they stuff it and they cook it in the sheep's stomach. And then when you eat it, they just slice open a sheep's stomach and pull the sides apart.
What
and
kind
like,
of- what kind of
looks like ground beef
my.
comes rolling out, and it's
Yeah.
organs.
Do you ever
chopped up.
wonder what kind of like sociopath serial killer cooked that for the first time? Like what kind of
No, what
sick
kind-
mind?
no.
What kind of sick mind is served that as a prank to his family? And they're like, it's actually pretty good. It's
Back in
actually,
the day, they had to use all the parts of the animal, man.
That's right. They use all the parts. I mean, but you can still get haggis pizza at Pizza Hut. I mean, it's everywhere. They deep fry them and you buy them and they're like the size of a baseball at a chip shop, like a chippy where they have fish and chips. They'll deep fry them. I mean, we're going to
Can I
eat
just
that
say,
when we go there too.
I've
There's
never
going to be a
eaten- I've never
haggis eating
eaten-
contest.
I've never eaten Scottish fish and chips, but it's just nasty fried cod. It's like the food over there doesn't really appeal to me. Haggis, cod, and meat pies. Like that's
Oh,
it.
but they
That's
also
their whole
deep fry
diet.
Mars bars, which are like Snickers bars. Does that do anything for you?
How does anyone over there live past the age of like 40 if they're eating deep fried Mars,
Dude, they have to
haggis
build
pizza?
Think about it. They have to build up the layers of warmth, kind of like blubber style, because it's chilly. It's chilly all the time. They're wearing skirts. They need
Blubber
layers
style.
of insulation.
I like
so,
how we're talking about these people like it's still basically Braveheart over there. Like,
Yeah,
there's been
serious.
zero
I know.
development since the 1700s.
I mean, that's kind of what I'm picturing, to be honest.
I mean, the
are
rest
you-
of the time, besides weddings and I think funerals, they wear normal clothes just like us.
Are
Okay.
you Scottish?
Yes.
Like true? Like how much percentage?
We are, I mean, my mother says it's mostly Scottish, English, but not really Irish. So it's the borders. This
Yeah.
is more than you want to know, but we're from the borders area. So I'm not like Edinburgh proper or Northern Scottish, but I'm Southern.
Do you know your clan?
No, I don't.
Are you guys like
wish I
the
did.
blue face paint ones, or I'm just trying to picture.
That's all
I'm
of
just
them.
trying
That's
to
all of
match
them.
up the history.
Everybody
That's
has
all.
blue
That's
face
all.
paint ones.
That's
Yeah.
all.
Do you know
That's all.
yours, Cameron?
Yeah, the Cameron clan. My grandmother's maiden name, my mom's mom, she was Rose Cameron. I was named after her. But that's our Scottish line is the Camerons. And
I wish I'd have asked this before I went. I'd have brought you back your tartan.
my tartan, thank you. Yeah.
Do you already have
like
some?
growing up, like we have annual Scottish games here in
Yeah.
Central Florida and stuff, and my parents would take me
be
thinking that
pretty
it was like
awkward if you
a
went back.
heritage experience for us. And
But would it be awkward if you went back because you'd be Cameron? What's up with this guy? Who does he think he is? Cameron?
I mean, they'd be like, it's not
Can't
your
go.
Can't
Go.
dude. And you'd be like, no, I am Cameron. They're like,
I'm-
you're
yeah.
doing this wrong.
Yeah.
like Davis
Oh,
Davis.
man, that's awesome, though.
Yeah, I'm like New York.
Yeah.
It's so nice to name me twice.
Can I return briefly to the haggis thing? I have a question for Andy about the
Please
haggis
do.
dish.
Please do.
I'm ready.
Have you had it?
Yes.
If you can get over knowing what it is it good?
Yeah, it does not taste different than ground beef if you just tell your brain, this is not organs, this is not organs, this is not
then
organs.
why not just do ground
it tastes
beef?
very similar
Why
to
am I-
ground
if you're
beef.
gonna
Like
go
if
to all
someone
the
handed you
trouble-
a slice of ground beef pizza and a slice of haggis pizza, you literally would not know the difference. But there's a night in February called Robbie Burns night, and that's haggis is the main meal. And so you know that night, like there's no getting away from, there's an open sheep stomach on the table.
Where you buried the lead. Who's Robbie Burns?
Who's Robbie Burns?
Robbie Burns was like the reverse St. Nicholas. He went around house to house one night taking things from every
And then
family,
burning
which
them.
is why they all carry knives in their socks now when they sleep.
He robbed and burned. Yeah. Okay.
He robbed the families,
It's
then
a
burned the
horrible
homes,
festival. It's
and they called him
very-
nickname Robbie Burns.
Robbie
They don't know
Burns.
his actual name, but that's why they carry knives in their socks
Yeah.
because they have to protect from the arson robbers.
I don't know what. I
Wow.
expected a way more Scottish name than Robbie Burns, which
Yeah.
I know Burns is a Scottish name, but it still just kind of sounds like a guy, somebody from Family Guy.
Yeah.
Right?
So what's the significance of Robbie Burns Day?
I don't, he's a poet. I know that. I don't totally know the history of it. I've only been there for one of
Yeah,
them.
it sounds. I'm just going to go on a limb. I know nothing about what else Robbie Burns Days entails, other than that he might be a poet and not a cool arsonist.
You know what? And he doesn't even know it.
And he it sounds like a terrible holiday. It might be the worst holiday. It might be the worst holiday in the world.
Well,
Robbie
no, it's a
Burns
great
Day.
holiday. You go around, you take something from one of your friends or neighbors, and then you burn
their
them.
house
You,
down.
You cut them and then you burn them.
you take little lighters. You carry a little lighter. It's not like you arson them anymore. Now you just go around with a little lighter and you go.
You insult
little
them.
singe on
You
them.
insult them cleverly, and you're like, you just
Oh,
got
that's
burned.
it. Yeah,
You
yeah.
got burned. You got
What a
burned.
Burns. Yeah, there you go.
Robbie
That's
Burns.
it.
Yeah, Robbie
So,
Burns.
Cameron, have you been to Scotland though? Did you? Your family went, yeah?
My family goes as frequently. I have never been.
Doesn't your dad?
Oh my
Isn't your dad
gosh.
super into like heritage, and he'll
Yeah.
just look up
Oh,
relatives?
My
that he
dad has
finds on-
taken the genealogy thing to another level. He not only has been researching it for years and years and years, he has visited and took Chandler on trips to Europe and stuff, where then he found that his family, the Strangs, came from Luxembourg. If you go to Luxembourg, the cemeteries are riddled with Strangs. Okay, and so he traced them all the way back. We have genealogy that we were on one of the first ships in the Mayflower coming over. Blah
Yeah.
blah blah blah. He knows all this. He's passionate about it. None of us care. He wants to talk about it at dinner.
Oh, you should care.
And
Chandler.
listen, he wants to talk about it all the time.
To the
None
point
of us
where he
care.
wrote a book about it.
To the point that he wrote a book about it.
Get out of here.
He literally wrote a book to me and Chandler. It's like 50,000 words tracing our entire history of both
Just to
families.
you two?
He wrote it to us and then published it, like self-published it on Amazon. You can go to Amazon and buy this book my dad made for us.
Chandler, I'm assuming you've read the book.
I haven't read it
We
yet.
both,
Oh,
we
come
both,
on.
we both,
Your
Oh my
dad
gosh.
wrote you personally a book.
we told him we would read it before the funeral.
No,
Like-
no, Cameron said that. I did
Before
not say
his
that.
own funeral?
Uh-huh.
Y'all are monsters. Both
That's
of you
really
are
dark.
absolute
This is
monsters.
horrible.
I didn't
This
say
is
that.
horrible.
That was not me.
Chandler,
You're like,
why aren't you reading the book?
I'd read it ever.
I just keep forgetting to.
I
Oh
have
my
a similar
gosh.
book in my
this
house.
Is awful. This is
just
awful.
did.
He
That-
just
this is-
finished it like
just
3 or
finished
4
it.
months ago.
Yeah.
So it's
It's
not
not
like
like
Plenty.
years.
That's ample time to
yeah.
finish it.
Yeah.
That's ample time to read
You're right,
50,000
you're
Y'all
right.
should
You're
for
right.
sure read that. That's so nice that your dad did that.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
And it's so insulting that it's set dusty on your shelves
Oh, no.
for.
Does he
Yeah,
bring
so-
it up every now and then? Like,
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
did you ever get
Every
around to the
time I
book?
see
And
it,
you're
yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah.
oh, but
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what I meant to do yesterday was read
Oh
the
yeah.
book.
Oh
So
yeah.
he's bringing it up.
Oh yeah.
What? You guys are unbelievable.
It's in my car. He gave it to me at dinner one night, and it's still in my
Is the
passenger
cover,
seat.
is the cover nice?
He self-published it on Amazon.
Hey, this is for real. I've been staying at Cameron's house the last 2 nights. If you would have said, "Hey, my dad wrote this book about our family history," if you're looking for something, we're just kind of hanging. We're like, "Oh, I'll take the book in my room." I probably would have finished it and give you us. I would have just had curiosity, like, "Oh, this is
Cliff
pretty
notes.
interesting." Oh, look at this. This is where Cameron II ran into old Robbie Burns. Oh, chapter 4. Oh, I didn't know this. He stabbed Cameron III.
Oh, man.
Stabbed Robbie Burns to
Ran
death.
into Robbie
I did not know that. That's a little nugget. That's a little nugget. What do we got here? This is a fascinating tale. This is a torrid tale. I could not believe the torrid family history. It was basically like there's a lot of witchcraft. It's basically if you took Twilight, match it with a romance novel.
Well, there's a lot of
and
shirtless baseball
and
in it.
I would say it's an M. Night Shyamalan twist ending. I did not picture it to end so horrifically. But what
Oh my
a tale!
gosh.
What a torrid tale!
Torrid tale. Hey, we have a great show in store for you today. Coming up later, Francis Francis Chan joins us. He has a new book coming out this week, and so we wanted to have him on the show today. Yeah, there you go, Francis. And you might notice that this episode is coming out a little bit earlier than we've been doing. Longtime listeners know a few months ago, after our 600th episode, we decided to go to 2 episodes a week, see how that was going. You guys have responded well to it. Numbers are actually going up. We were worried that maybe it would split the audience, whatever. It's growing every week. We're excited about that. We asked you guys on Twitter a few weeks ago what your preferred schedule would be. And you guys overwhelmingly said, could we get the show on Tuesdays and Fridays, not Wednesday? It would give us more time to digest each episode.
Yeah.
Perfect. We are nothing if not teachable.
We are here to serve the people.
That's right. So not
as
only
long as those lessons don't come in book form, carefully and meticulously written by our own
which is
fathers,
unfortunate for my entire career, but
meant to
whatever.
distill generations of knowledge and history into one torrid volume. Other than that, we're pretty teachable. Other than that, I mean,
that's
go
what we
ahead,
call
tell us.
that's the line we so and the other thing you guys asked for was could the episodes come out at the beginning of the day, not the end of the day? The answer, yes. So we are going to be releasing the podcast now every Tuesday morning and Friday morning. And with doing that, we're going to switch the flow and we're going to do the Friday episodes we'll have in case you missed it, which will make sense because it's at the end of the week. And the Tuesday show.
Oh, that's brilliant.
The Tuesday show will be Slices, which is what you're listening to today. So Francis Chan's coming up later. Slices is coming up. And our editorial question of the week feedback. That'll be the Tuesday episode from now on. So there you go.
We're just so fluid. We're just so fluid for the people. Whatever they need, we will do.
Cameron, is that book available in ebook? Because I might read it on the way home. Because I'm curious. I'm curious
I
about
want to
y'all's
listen to an
Literally,
audiobook.
yes.
I want Dad Strang to read me the audiobook of the Strang family history. That's what I'm waiting
I
on.
legit, I have like 4 hours of travel for tonight. That's easy. That's more than enough time for me to blow through this ebook. I might read it tonight.
You know
and
what?
I'm going to come do. You know what? I'm going to do a special episode of the podcast where I give you like the Cliff Notes version of the Strang family history.
Oh man,
I'm going to do it. It's going to be great.
Jesse, I'll read it too. You and I should read it, and we'll do a book review section of the podcast
I mean,
that
we've
week.
been known to run excerpts online on relevantmagazine.com now and then. This sounds like a fascinating.
If you two found it on Amazon and downloaded it on your Kindle, I would hear about it at the next dinner. Sales are through the roof.
I will honestly review it too, Annie. I will honestly give it a thoughtful, lengthy Amazon review. And don't worry, I don't expect these two to even care to open in the browser tab. They don't have the time.
Yep.
They don't have the time. I will thoughtfully review it as well.
Me too. Jesse and I will read it. We'll be back in touch with everyone shortly and let you know.
I think everyone is going to read it except for evidently you two. And that's a real shame because
and you know what,
it's
Jesse, we should leave out the most interesting parts when we tell Cameron and Chandler just to make them want to read it. Like, what you guys don't know is page 84.
No spoilers.
You don't know this about your family, but now I do.
And the last page says, the first one of my sons to come to me and said, "Hey, Dad, I read the book. Gets the entire inheritance." That's the twist ending I was referring
There's some sort of Easter egg in
and
there.
I will claim it. I will claim it. Mr. Strang.
That's right.
I will
Jesse,
do
for
what
sure.
your sons
Whatever he
won't.
offers in that book, you and I are going to get before the boys actually get
into
it.
the will.
It's called How We Fit In.
Hey, the cover looks great. It's called How We Fit In, Annie, by Stephen Strang.
How We Fit In. And,
oh my gosh.
That's why I'm gonna
Actually,
read
that
it.
is a
I'm
very
reading it
nice
and it's a picture
cover.
of my two grandparents, my dad's parents and my mom's parents.
Oh, look
so
at
I
that
need to talk
cover.
to your dad
Oh,
about
that's
charging
great.
12 bones for a Kindle.
Oh, I
Come
love
on,
it.
Steve. $12 for a Kindle
Well
copy?
worth it. He put years of his life. He's traveled. He's traversed the globe for this volume,
That's true.
Annie.
He did. He visited graves. He did.
He's going to get a sale this
Well,
afternoon.
I'm
not even
purchasing
joking.
it right now. In case you missed it, Annie Downs is buying Steve Strang's book immediately.
I'm going to buy it too. I'm going to buy it too, and I'm totally going to read it. I would have read it if there was a hard copy at the house.
You know what? I'll leave one on the nightstand of the guest room.
You should.
from now on.
You
That's
should have one. It's a
exactly what you
great
should do.
conversation
That's exactly
piece.
what you should do.
Hey, here's the thing. If I'm staying at somebody's home and they have a book like on the nightstand, I'm probably going to thumb through it.
Here's the story of the family who is hosting you.
Okay, so I stayed at the Jersey Shore and they had the beach house.
The story of the situation. His book.
Yeah, they have like all these like random, like old tattered romance novels. I'm not gonna lie, just like curiosity, I thumbed through a couple. They are torrid. I would not want to be caught out on the beach reading one.
I mean, you after reading that started wearing scarves. It was quite a transformation.
I need to make one more comment about Steve Strang's book, because the paperback can be to me by Monday with thank you Amazon Prime for $12, or the Kindle is $12. For sure, I'm ordering the real thing.
Yeah, you got to have that on your nightstand.
I'm gonna get it signed too.
That's awesome. Get it signed.
You should have a copy on the nightstand. It's very interesting. If I had a book about my family history, I would have it and all. I'd be like, yeah, why don't you check that out?
So you're into ancestry and genealogy.
I don't know nothing about it, but if someone were to put it, if someone were to do the work, okay, like I'm not going to go and do the ancestry work. I'm not going to go travel the world and try to find out the history. But if someone's like, hey, I got your entire family history down to your dad, like that directly, I'm like, oh yeah,
done the exact same thing, you guys. I have a book in my house. Well, I have one that my great grandmother wrote about her life, but then I have one, or it doesn't matter. My mom last Christmas did the exact thing, Jesse, where the first page is my mom and dad. And then you turn the page and it's our grandparents. And then you turn the page and it's our great grandparents. And it's like a photo book of the last like 7 generations. It's so cool.
I can't wait. I honestly cannot wait to read How We Fit In. Like it is gonna.
Guys, I'm reading this. I'm reading the back of the book copy now here online that I found. Yeah. And I want to highlight a particular excerpt. It says Steve Strang had a dilemma: what to do with all this research.
His ungrateful
Some of
sons.
it is in boxes. Other information is online. Other information is in the author's head. So he decided to write this book. He wrote it for his sons.
Yep.
It's there on the back of the
brand
book.
new. We haven't had time yet.
It's pretty recent.
It's brand new.
Okay, well, I'm going to be.
Cameron did say the thing about the funeral, though.
I told him, I gave him my word, I would read the book. I said, at least before your funeral.
That's what I said. They confuse it that I said it. Every time it comes up, they're like, oh, yeah, you're going to wait until he dies or whatever. And I'm like, I'm not the one who said that.
I'm not the bad son. That's what Chandler always says at dinners. I'm not the bad son.
Chandler, that's a good line. You should keep that line, bud. I'm not the bad son.
I'm going to get him a t-shirt that just says, I'm not the bad son.
Yeah. Well, now, I think you're both pretty bad. So.
I feel like we're picking at a scab that's bigger than a book here. We don't need to keep going.
That's a whole separate book, and it ends with a knife fight in the moors. It's a climactic ending.
Chandler's book of his life.
Chandler versus Cameron. Yeah. Chandler versus Cameron. A knife fight and a burning to the death. It's going to be a fascinating ending.
Chandler, has Chili's followed up with you about the black card?
Dude, that's the other thing.
Chandler.
So many people want to know.
We've got to hear more.
I have not seen anything in the mail yet. So,
but did they respond to your DM?
Yeah. Well, I sent my address and I said, thank you, I love you. And they said, hold on, I forget the.
Wait, you just casually said, thank you, I love you?
Yeah.
I was told not to say that in DMs by some very important voices in my life. So I don't use that language.
Yeah. And they said in response, the love is super mutual. So that was very nice.
Okay, this is from the official
last week's show, and I heard this.
This is from the official blue checkmark
at
account.
Chili's.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
The feeling is mutual. This is like
super mutual.
Super mutual,
dude. Because
this feels much bigger than Chili's black card.
Cameron and I were in the car the other day and we were discussing this.
We were discussing this because here's the deal. They had to have heard the episode where we talked about Corey Asbury's Chick-fil-A black card, which conflated with your love for Chili's.
Right.
You met the founder, Roger Chili, and that you're going to do a podcast live from Chili's. Yeah. Chilling at Chili's with Chandler.
I actually have to do it now.
Yeah. And we gave them a solid 40 minutes of airtime to a very large national audience.
Yeah.
Of course they need to give you a black card. Yeah. We have given them thousands of dollars of free marketing.
Either way, but
listen, nothing we said would send people to eat at Chili's, just to be clear.
I've seen people on Twitter be like, you know what? I think I'm going to go to Chili's.
I saw that today. I saw that. Somebody was like, hey, man, all this Chili's talk, real talk, I'm going to go eat Chili's for lunch.
I know. Yeah. We have been sending them business. We've warned them that the tile tabletop grout is probably disgusting and unsanitary, but people are saying, you know what? The queso's worth it.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing, too, is like, this is my honest theory.
relevant staff tonight. Everybody's going to Chili's.
That's no joke. Somebody today, because I'm leaving this afternoon to go back home. I can't remember who on staff was like, "Hey man, I'm bummed you're leaving today. We're going out to Chili's tonight to celebrate Impact Week."
Yeah.
You're
I'm like,
lying.
You're going
Y'all
to Chili's on
celebrating
Friday.
Impact Week at Chili's.
You're going
The
on
entire
Friday
staff.
night.
The entire
Like
staff.
there's tons of places to go.
Also,
it's Friday night.
The worst night to go to Chili's as far as the wait is.
Oh,
Yeah,
of
hopefully
course.
you got a reservation.
Yeah.
Well, that's why they need you to get that
Gotta-
flash out black card.
that's right,
And
that's
they
right. Skip the
go,
line.
oh, okay. Right to the front,
Jesse and I were
Mr.
punch
Strang.
kidding because I'm going, number one, I don't think a black card existed prior to our podcast. Okay.
No, for
It's kinda
sure
like
it didn't. I thought the same thing. Cameron.
Jerry Seinfeld tells the story famously about the Amex black card. And he was on a shoot one day and a crew member asked him, "Hey, do you have a black card Amex? The mythology, the myth of the black card. Do you have one?" And Jerry Seinfeld called the president of Amex and said, "Hey, I want a black card." And the guy told him, the president of Amex said, "No, it's just a legend. There is no black card." And then he goes, "Well, maybe we should make one."
Yeah.
And Jerry goes, "You should make one, and I want the first one." And so Amex created a black card, gave Jerry Seinfeld number one, and now they do it for like the uber high end.
Yeah.
If you spend over $250,000, uber high end people, they create a black card because somebody said you should have a black card.
Yeah.
And we said to Chili's, you should have a black card. Now, what will the black card do?
My theory, because you have a theory.
I do have a theory.
That it's a glorified gift card.
No, I think the first thing that's going to show up in the mail is actually just a black colored Chili's gift card for $100. Just
versus like a real.
That's kind of what I was
actual-
But
assuming.
if they make a black card,
Yeah.
what would it do? Because the way Chandler and his friends would consume Chili's, it would put them out of business for it to be
Yeah,
an
yeah, yeah. It would be more
open-ended.
dangerous.
I
than
legit
good.
think, hey, they use they're throwing around the L bomb. Love. I
Yeah, that's true.
love you.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
don't throw that a
Yeah.
word. That's on a gift card word.
Yeah, that's true.
A gift card is
I like you.
A gift card is a pat on the back. Attaboy, champ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, thanks for the
You're right,
love.
you're right.
Here's a gift card.
Yeah,
No,
exactly,
The
exactly.
feeling being super mutual.
This sounds intimate.
I want to
me.
show
I'm not gonna lie.
you
It
my
sounds
love.
it's kind
But
of creepy.
here's the deal. I think even if they create it, I don't think it's a unlimited comp
No,
situation. I think it's a get to the front of the line card. I think you walk into the packed lobby, you flash the
Right.
black card, you cut to the front of the line. I think that's what the black card
no,
is.
I'm going bold here.
I was thinking
think,
maybe a discount card or like maybe a gift card. or
I think it's
something.
going to come.
like 20% off.
Or
you know what I
employee
mean?
discounts, 40% off. Maybe
Yeah.
it's an unlimited employee
I'm cool with
discount.
that.
I think
I'm
you're
so
gonna.
cool with that.
I think you're gonna have the doorbell ring one evening. This is what's gonna happen. There is outside a man dressed like a butler, like a tuxedo with a cummerbund and tails.
Right.
And you answer the door and he goes, "Mr. Strang." And you're like, "Yes." And he pulls out a case, like a little pirate treasure chest, and he opens it up.
Yeah.
And inside, like
And
lights,
it's lit from the inside.
It's like a carbon fiber card.
Yeah.
And he says, "My name is Jeeves.
Okay.
I've been sent by Roger Chili. Here's your black card, sir." And then he waits
Is he
outside.
Crocodile Dundee?
Yeah, I like-
That's
where
what
is
we're working
Jeeves
on.
Right,
from?
right. Tyler.
Guam. He's
Jeeves
from Guam.
comes with the card.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
He is your Chili's concierge.
Okay.
Like,
Wow.
and
That's
you're
not-
like,
okay.
man, I'm really craving some baby back ribs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
And he's like, "At home or the restaurant, sir?" And he pulls out an apron, and he's got like a cooler he's pulled behind him, and he starts cooking them in your home.
Wait, he's also the chef. He's the
a
delivery
chef.
guy, and he's Roger Chili's personal chef that you get to
he's
use.
sent by. I mean, there's an army of these people that are
There's an
sent
army of
to
Jeeves Chili's.
who have spent the equivalent of like a med school degree training to be a Chili's concierge.
Of the two brothers, I'm the only one who worked at a Chili's.
Yeah.
I actually,
Were you fired?
I was on the inside.
Yeah.
and he has the love.
Well,
He's
obviously,
loved by the
employment
restaurant. I
situation-
served the restaurant.
Well, obviously they weren't too impressed because you never got.
I mean, what
I
if
don't
we
know what
actually
happened.
start something where in 5 years the Chili's black card is cooler than having your Amex black card?
It's already cooler than having the Amex black card because I can, like, if you have enough, like, if you have good enough credit, you can probably and say I'm gonna, spend enough
you're
money, they'll probably give you one.
Ultra wealthy, incredible credit. Spend millions of dollars for Amex. You can get an
Yeah.
Amex black card.
But money's not going to buy you a Chili's black card. This is not about
the
money.
only
This is about
criteria.
love.
The only criteria is love.
About
That's
love.
Right. Yeah.
Can we keep trying? I seriously would really like a Chipotle black card. Can we start asking them? Can we just start deciding where we
They're
want
not
black
throwing
cards
these
from?
things around.
See, here's the deal. Chipotle, they don't love.
They don't need me.
They don't
They don't love
you.
You might
They
have
don't
food
need
poisoning
your
too.
love. They don't.
Yeah.
They don't.
Yeah, I haven't
quality
slid into their
coli.
DMs like Chandler did.
I
You're
love Chipotle, but a lot of people love Chipotle. They don't need to love us back. Chili's is like, they love me. I love you. I mean, like Chili's is like excited.
Chili's is the desperate girl. Yikes.
No.
I said I love them. They responded that they love me on Twitter.
Chili's
like,
is
literally, this is how it started.
Chili's is the prettiest girl at the dance, friend.
That's right.
Chili's isn't acting like the prettiest girl at the dance.
Everyone notices who she's saddling up to.
Wait, is she
Chandler.
sidling up? Not saddling. She doesn't saddle him. She sidles up to him.
Right.
First of all.
Freudian.
Second
First of
are
all,
you saying?
thank you, Cameron. Thank you for fixing that. Sheesh.
Thanks for making
Second
that
of all,
a thing.
are you saying she's the prettiest girl to dance, but she doesn't know it?
No, she knows.
Oh,
This
she
isn't the
knows
one.
it.
This is the one who you.
No.
Wait, so
this
she's
isn't
the
the one
mean
who you
girl?
took her glasses off and put her hair down. You're like, oh, I didn't recognize.
She was pretty all
She's
alone.
not the
Princess Diaries,
the
yeah.
bookworm or whatever.
No, y'all
Yeah.
are wrong. Y'all have mislabeled Chili's. That's
No,
not
no.
the girl she is at this dance.
No.
The way she
No.
responded on Twitter, she ain't the
Because
pretty
she
girl at the dance.
knows.
Oh, Annie's saying she's
she
not the pretty
knows-
girl.
She knows the one when she sees her.
Annie's.
She's been waiting her whole life.
I think Annie's right.
She's
I
been
think-
waiting her whole life for that
Well,
prince
that's
with the
true.
golden.
That's true.
She's
That
been
didn't make her
waiting
the
her whole
prettiest
life
girl
for
at
that
the
prince
dance.
with the golden slipper. Everyone has come. Everyone has come around and tried to woo her. It's
No, no,
only the
no.
one that holds the
No,
and they found it in Chandler.
I disagree. I'm with Annie.
Chili's is the cute girl that everybody knows, and she made it on homecoming court, but she wasn't the queen,
Right.
and nobody dates her, but
Right.
everybody loves her,
Hey.
and then suddenly, this really cute guy who loves to play Pokemon Go notices her, and she is down with it.
Annie, you are dead wrong, and I do not mind saying that. And here's my
I
proof.
know you don't, pal.
Here is my proof. Here's my proof.
Yeah.
Go to Chili's tonight. It's
Yeah.
Friday night.
Well, we all
roll
are.
up around 7 and see how hard it is to get in. She's the prettiest girl in
Yeah.
town,
No,
and there's
she's
a wait
the
to
most
get
popular.
in.
That doesn't make her the
they'll give you
prettiest. The prettiest girl to have
happens?
not- no.
Annie, they'll give you a buzzer and say, "Hey, it's about an hour and a half wait."
Well, that's because the relevant
true.
staff
Because
just
everyone
showed up in a
wants to
set
be
of
here.
40 and are taking up all the tables.
There's not
That's why.
Y'all
Annie, I
are on
dare
the
you.
wrong track here, because what kind of girl responds to "I love you" with the feeling is not "I love you too"? The feeling is mutual. I think Chili's is the goth girl who hangs out in the back. She's wearing the kind of Hot Topic type dress, like it's black with red dots on it. She's a little bit scary
She's
until
reading,
some
like,
guy like
Nietzsche.
Chandler
Yeah.
takes a chance on her and realizes, oh, she's pretty cool.
I think I agree with it. I honestly think Chili's is like the Princess Diaries girl who was lovelorn. She has a huge crush on Chandler,
Yeah, yeah.
and Chandler never noticed her, but they're like buds and they're hanging out.
No,
and
he
then,
noticed her.
Yes.
That's
I've
the thing.
loved
Your
Chili's for
analogy
years.
falls apart because this is the love of his life.
No, but then I'm saying, then one summer
Yes,
they're apart. They're
that's
apart for a
right.
few months.
He's right.
They come back the next school year, and all of a sudden the scales are falling off of Chandler's eyes, and he's
No, this
madly
is-
in love with
this
his
is-
friend that he's known for
every
years.
birthday-
Jesse,
years I've gone to
Chipotle
Chili's.
is way more the pretty girl because Chipotle's like, I see you seeing me. I don't care.
Yeah.
I see you loving me.
No,
I don't care.
You
'Cause I'm over
you
it.
go in there, and I get it, lunch whenever I want. Like there's no exclusivity. It's
This is so
Chandler.
insane.
This is a classic love story. This is a timeless romance.
Right.
You
Yeah.
guys
I
are
think it's the
butchering it.
Princess
He's
Diaries.
loved her since first sight. Okay. This is Winnie Cooper and
Oh, it is.
this
For
is
For
It's
sure,
the
it
one
could be
that
Winnie
yours-
Cooper, but Winnie Cooper was not the hot girl
Right.
at her school.
That's my.
We're getting
they were buddies.
we're getting a little in the weeds here.
They
I'm
were
just
buddies,
saying.
and then they fell in love.
Yes. She's everybody's friend. Chili's is everybody's friend, but Chandler is her first boyfriend. I know this story.
It's true. All right.
Well, I'll let you know what happens when I get the black card.
Yeah.
All right, well, moving the show along. It is time for
Slices.
All right, what do you have, Jesse?
Oh boy.
We've never fought that hard, Jesse.
I
feel
know,
that.
and,
got
and, I,
really-
and I'm
really
like
tense.
honestly trying to get over the ignorance.
I'm not sure.
Quite frankly. Okay, I was going to do one that's more serious, but I'm just going to do a goofy one because there's no transition away. Yeah. A family here in Florida is kind of living my dream right now.
Oh,
they're watching their security cam out back. Like you have the security cams that you can see things going on in their backyard. They saw on there what basically looked like a 6-foot long dinosaur strolling around the pool. It is a Nile monitor or an Asian monitor. They don't know which one. And it has taken
monitor. Those are those huge lizards like iguanas.
Yeah, they're massive, right? Well, 6 feet.
It's 6 feet long. So as big as like a human and giant claws. Okay. And just imagine a 6 foot long, really large.
Does it look like an alligator or is it, what does it look like? Can you describe
a giant lizard.
Yeah.
Right?
Like an iguana looking thing. Like a monitor is a huge lizard.
Yeah.
So it would, not look like an alligator.
Yeah, so it's definitely a lizard. And think about 6 foot long. That is a massive. That is like a dinosaur.
Massive.
And so they saw it on the security cam. They're terrified, and they have a pool and everything back there. And they were like, okay, maybe it's just passing through. You know, it has taken up residence somewhere in the yard, and I guess they can dig really deep tunnels and things. It has. Have you heard about this, Chandler?
No, but that's crazy.
It has dug like a cave in their yard. So they've seen it around the yard a couple times. All right. This week they called Trapper Mike in. Trapper Mike is from Martin County Trapping and Removals, and this gentleman, I'm just going to describe him, theater of the mind. They have a. This is a big story out in Miami. Trapper Mike is on the scene, okay? And people are so enthralled that he has been updating Twitter with how the hunt's going. It has not been going well. His name is Trapper, okay? The man has Trapper in his name, and he is wearing an unbuttoned denim shirt, very dirty pants, big boots, and he has a necklace with a giant tooth on it. I don't know what animal this is, but it's like a 4-inch long spiky tooth.
Wow.
Okay. Trapper Mike is on the scene, and he's been basically in their backyard 24/7 for a week now. And the only update he did, he found a snapping turtle. And he said, this is huge. People are not impressed with Trapper Mike right now. So Trapper Mike is on the scene.
But they know where the hole is? They know where the cave is?
But he can't. Okay, so here's...
okay, you just take a 5-gallon jug of gasoline, pour it down with a match.
Hey,
it's done.
Listen. They know it's burrowed somewhere. That's the thing. Like it could have a whole tunnel system. You're blowing up the yard at that point.
Yeah.
So
either that, or you just level the house and start over somewhere else. You're just done.
Serious.
They did have one update. One of the parents, not Trapper Mike, saw it and ran after it, and it ran into.
Why would you run after a 6-foot dragon?
Why would you run after it? You're not the crocodile hunter. Don't do
These
that.
things can't be that fast, right?
It's fast.
Yeah?
It's fast.
Okay.
So
animals are always significantly faster than I think they're going to be.
I mean, just think about a lizard, how fast those things are, and then make it 6 feet long. I mean, that thing's booking.
This is what happened. So not only now has it taken a residency, it's begun taunting the family. It's literally taunting the family. It's making Trapper Mike look like a fool, and it's enjoying this. Okay, it's like stalk. It's like in Jurassic World where Indominus Rex is what they called it, when they realize she's hunting for sport. You know, she's at this point he's taunting them for fun of it. Like this isn't like, oh, I've been out of my natural habitat, I have to find a place. At this point he's taunting the family. This is an actual line from the Miami Herald. Okay. A couple days after it was shushed into a woodsy area. A couple of days after it was shushed away into the woodsy grounds, the monitor showed up again, pressing its mug right up against the sliding glass window in the Lieberman's back porch area of their fenced-in pool. They shushed it away. They ran it off. You know, Trapper Mike's on the scene.
It came back and it pushes its face into the sliding glass door like it's trying to get into the house.
He's taunting them.
He is intentionally
He's saying, come at me, bro.
Jerk.
He's hunting for sport at this point.
He's trying to get into the house.
I know. The family literally said they're considering putting the house on the market.
I would too. I would
buy it. You have to disclose something like that. It's in the newspaper. I mean, who would buy it?
This is a legit nightmare playing out for this family. Like,
do those things eat people? Is that a people eating lizard?
Well, they called like the Fish and Wildlife, the county or whatever, and they are concerned. Like they said, though it's not venomous, it will attack.
Yeah, and it's got these huge claws and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's a carnivore, I think.
I don't know.
Either way, you don't want to tango.
It's living like a carnivore. It's behaving like a carnivore.
Yeah. So this nightmare is playing out. See, this is one of those things. If it was like a horror movie, I wouldn't believe it. I wouldn't believe that like this would actually happen. But no,
Yeah.
I mean, okay. Remember how we talked about
monitors are carnivorous. They eat eggs, smaller reptiles, fish, birds, small mammals.
Yeah, I'd be worried about like
Pets.
dogs or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
pets.
I bet those pets are staying inside.
So, Andy, remember a couple weeks ago we were talking about that Daily Beast long form story about the guy
Jesse,
who
this
stole
is
the
exactly
McDonald's.
what I was just thinking.
You know, that stole the McDonald's game pieces
Yes.
and it's got option for a movie. This
Yes.
is relevant movies. The first one, we need to option this. I will
We better
volunteer.
hurry. Do it before this even
I
comes out.
volunteer to play Trapper Mike.
Okay, regular-sized monitor lizards.
like it.
Regular-sized monitor lizards have been known to crush bones in humans.
Oh my
Ooh.
The
god!
venom is not. The
gosh.
venom is not.
Wait, who are you going to play, Jesse? You're going to play Trapper Mike?
I'm Trapper Mike.
And this is regular-sized ones, which are
Okay.
a foot long. Okay,
Yeah.
the venom isn't fatal to humans, but it can cause significant illness and obvious pain. The real danger in a monitor lizard's venomous bite is for small animals or infants. And this is a
They
regular-sized
the
foot-long
other
one,
thing,
not a
That's a
6-foot
foot-long
long.
one.
The couple has a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old.
Oh no!
And it's
them out
trying
of
to
there.
get in the house. It's looking
They
in the
had-
window
had a
at
2-year-old.
them. I mean,
It's pushing into the window, right?
One.
It's trying to see how strong the glass is.
Yeah, that's it, Cameron. He's going to bust through.
He's busting through.
this
He's
is.
scoping the joint.
He's
He's going to find an entrance.
Oh my
he's
goodness.
that low to the ground.
looking for one. He's literally
This is terrible.
You're not even safe in your own home at this point. I don't think
No,
you
no,
have
no, no, no.
an option but to move. It's his house now.
Yeah, you just
I mean,
gotta go.
every time you go to your car, you're running.
Oh.
Every time you go to your car, you're running.
No question.
And
No
he's
question.
made the worst thing is he made Trapper Mike, who seems like people in town know Trapper Mike. He's made him look like a fool. He's made look at Trapper Mike's face.
Can we
Cameron.
get Trapper Mike on the show?
Does that look
we
like a
gotta
guy
get Trapper Mike on the show.
who suffers fools?
Oh man, Trapper. Oh.
Trapper Mike's on the scene and he looks like a big idiot.
Okay,
I'm sorry. Trapper Mike.
We're gonna
You have
need.
one job. You have one job and to take care of this. And all you've caught all week is a snapping turtle. And he's like, oh, it's good that I caught this because he could have eaten this. And I've like deprived him of food. No, you've just made him angry. You've taken
Now he's hungry.
Yeah, you're
Now he's
taking away
hungry.
his
He
food.
was saving that snapping turtle, Trapper Mike.
Yeah,
you
now the
fool.
monitor's
You
hangry.
fool. Now he's trying to break
Yeah,
it
now
out.
he's hangry and he's going after the children on the other side of that very thin piece of glass.
All that stands between this family, a carton of delicious eggs, and a gigantic monitor is a thin plane of glass.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Trapper
awful.
Mike.
Yeah.
Look what you've done.
My goodness. All right,
This
what do
is
you
an
have, Tyler?
actually awful story.
Yeah, it's terrible, and we're going to need an update.
We are well.
Yeah.
I'm considering. I didn't tell anyone this.
Oh, I can't wait.
I'm
Taking a road
not
trip down
even
there.
joking about this. I'm considering calling Trapper Mike next week.
Yes.
On the show.
Yeah, I want an update, and I want to,
Yeah.
I want to give some tips. I'm not joking.
Some
I'm going to
tips.
get a hold of.
I think
trapping?
if he hasn't caught it yet, to get tips feels a little cruel, but to talk to him feels necessary.
Either way, I am going to make it, and I'm not joking. I'm going to try to get Trapper Mike on the show, and I
I
can't
know
wait
you're
for
not
when we
joking.
promote it on social media.
These are the segments where I'm going to let you just pre-record that one because it'd be too awkward for me. I can't be part of that.
it's not awkward for me at all. Chandler's been
No,
involved
no,
in these.
don't let it pre-record.
Chandler,
We gotta make Cameron
how many of
sit
these
through
kind of
this.
internet
We have
celebrities
to.
have you been on the line on that I've talked to you and you're like, oh, that's a totally normal human.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Like in our feed, if you like follow us or on the site or when we promote it on social media, it's like this week with Miles McPherson, this week with Lauren Daigle, this week with Johnny Swim, this week with Trapper Mike. And just his grill, and he's got that little stick
we
with a
should
hoop
definitely
on
do
the
that.
end that he gets like old rabid dogs, and he's like, the Trapper Mike episode, cool. He's going to be on next week. So
Oh my goodness! All right,
Oh,
what do you
I
have,
can't wait.
Tyler?
All right. So this week, a lawsuit was brought to the Court of Appeals, the 8th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals, by a group of 29 atheists and their supporters. And I think it's important to note this news story points out their children were part of the suit as well, contending that the U.S. national motto, "In God We Trust," appearing on our currency, is a violation of the First Amendment clause against the establishment of state religion.
It finally happened, huh?
Oh, wow.
I was wondering.
Yeah.
I was wondering when somebody would say, "Hey, why is that on there?"
Yeah.
Wow.
And it seems like a very like as somebody who believes in God, even whenever I start thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, that is maybe a little bit odd, all things considered.
They only added it in like the 60s, I think. So it hasn't been around forever.
Well, here's the thing.
It was like against communism or something.
It became the national motto in the 60s, but it's actually been appearing on money since the 1860s. It only Eisenhower formally, you're right, that Eisenhower formally made it the national motto, I think in the 50s, actually.
Yeah,
but prior to that, it was already showing up on some money.
Jesse, that's one of the most helpful, weird pieces of information you have stored away.
Yeah.
I know.
Comes in handy.
Yeah.
It was a sort of a middle finger to the communists. It was a way of differentiating the United States against communist countries when Eisenhower did it. But it was brought up against the U.S. Court of Appeals. They ultimately, the court found that it did not violate the Constitution. They upheld a lower court ruling from 2 years ago. Because according to the judge, putting in God we trust on currency does not establish a religion, and that it, and this is his quote here, comports with early understandings of the Establishment Clause. The motto appearing on money does not constitute compulsory religious practice and is therefore not a constitutional violation.
I understand that. Like, it's not forcing you to, like, it's not like you have to, in order to use the money, say, I trust God, right? Like, I understand that, but it still seems like that's an interesting interpretation of the Establishment Clause, because it sure seems to acknowledge religion flimsy over atheism. You know, which according to the
you could say the same thing about putting Allah Akbar on money. That wouldn't be compelling anybody to be a Muslim, but
Allah is great, right? Like,
I don't know. I do think it's a little odd that the United States has "In God We Trust" on our money, a statement that I believe in, but it seems kind of it seems a little. I don't know. It seems a little. I'd be interested in you guys' thoughts about it, because it seems like something that I should be for, but I don't think I am.
This is the whole Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas debate. Yeah. I mean, it's just if we are a public institution or a store that wants to sell to all people, we should be inclusive, not exclusive. And as a very diverse, multi-religion and non-religion, secular institution or public country, it is odd that one, because like you said, how would, golden rule, do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. If you were of a different religion, how would you feel? Like like you said, Allah Akbar, if that was on the money, how would we feel? Or if like a phrase espousing Judaism or whatever it was on the money, how would a Christian feel? And to put yourself in the mindset of somebody who doesn't have a Judeo-Christian worldview, it is odd. It is odd. It is. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is as a Christian.
But the other thing is the irony of it, right? Like, does God want okay, so like, what's the main thing that people trust God over? They take security and money. Like, that's biblical. It's, God even warns, do not put security, don't put trust in this. The irony of us saying, in God we trust on currency, the one thing he warned us not to, like, even that, like, I don't know that, we should necessarily make the association that implies. Like,
the irony isn't lost on me. It's probably not lost on anybody. It's easy to see people making fun of it, and I do. That's why I'm not a fan of it. But I do think that if we're going to say that, well, you can put anything. You can talk about any religion on currency or as part of the national motto, because we're not actually forcing anybody to believe this. Then where does that end? Then you could put God is dead on there for all anybody cares, and somebody could very right. I feel like in supporting something like this, it seems a little short-sighted on the part of some Christian groups, because a lot of these arguments could be very, very easily turned around, and I would anticipate will be very easily turned around, as we've already seen happen with that. I have to say, extremely cool and metal Baphomet statue a few years ago that was in. Where was that?
They actually put it up temporarily in, I think it was Alabama last week. Yeah. Andy, what's your take? You seem what's your take on it?
Here's my initial thought, and I don't know that I have a full thought, but what I was thinking is, in a country that's traditionally Islamic, and maybe in the Middle East, if that's on their money and I move there, and it has way less to do with actually what the majority of people believe and way more to do with the history of the country, I don't know that I'm going to expect it to not be on there just because I don't agree with it.
But a lot of those countries are theocracies. Like they're
Right.
not democracy. So you
Right.
know,
That was going to be my follow-up thought but those countries aren't free thinking countries necessarily all the time.
Yeah.
And so, I think it's an interesting question. I personally don't hate that it's on there, but I also don't know that I have cash in my wallet ever. So
Yeah.
I don't really hold money all that much anymore.
I guess like the weird thing is like this doesn't affect like anyone's lives positive. Like no one, the thing is like, it almost seems to be like a flex, you know, for Christians.
Yeah.
Like we're so popular, we get all the money because it doesn't seem to serve any practical purpose. Like I don't see an atheist or someone who's not a Christian picking up a $1 bill, reading "In God We Trust," and be like, oh, you know what? You convinced me. I'm
That's right. That's
converting.
right. I think it has. Genuinely, and y'all can disagree with me on this. When I see "In God We Trust" on the money, I don't think like that doesn't speak to me about my faith at all. And so I kind of go like, I don't know. That doesn't. I don't ever hold money, and that sentence is something that is historically part of our country versus personally part of my religion.
Yeah.
In 1954, President Dwight Eisenhower added "under God" to the national to the Pledge of Allegiance.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
And, well, so prior to 1954, it was like I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for God. So in 1954, they added
Really?
"under God." Yeah. Then in 1957. President Eisenhower added "In God We Trust" to money. So he did the two. Yeah.
That's interesting. So it's all in just 60, 70 years ago.
Yeah. But
this isn't a historical
It'd be interesting
thing.
if that hadn't happened in 60s and 70s. Can you imagine if like President Trump had done that today? People would be losing their minds. It would be like this is the establishment of a state religion.
That's a good point.
The other thing too, I mean, this is a whole different thing. We ran something on the site a few years ago. People can look it up by Preston Sprinkle, who's a great Bible teacher.
I love that guy.
And he was questioning, whether early Christians would even recite the Pledge of Allegiance. Like when you break down what it says, like my allegiance is personally pledged to a flag. Like that's the crux of it, right? Like, is even that something that's biblical?
Right.
Like, should we personally be pledging allegiance to a symbol that ultimately is a nation, that ultimately is so much of a construct, right? We created the borders, we created the government. No one argues that it's a construct. It's only a few hundred years old, right?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't established by God. It was established by people, right? No, that's not for debate. Should we be pledging our allegiance to the symbol of a man-made construct biblically, or should we only pledge our allegiance to the kingdom that is ultimately borderless?
Well,
when I used to teach elementary school, there were kids in my class every year who did not do the pledge, and you can't make. I mean, obviously, you're not going to make them, but there were kids every year who were either, but religiously or because their parents didn't believe it, that they did not play. And I taught in public school, so it wasn't like I taught in a Christian school. So there were kids every year who wouldn't do the pledge.
I mean, it makes sense intellectually that a religious person would not do the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah, because if I'm pledging my allegiances to what if the flag suddenly, what if someone comes into power and does something that I don't believe in, and I don't want my allegiance to that? You know what I mean? Like, so, and I'm not saying people should refuse, but I think it's an.
Well, I think you are.
I think it's an interesting intellectual.
I'm
Y'all
picking
are
up
so
what you're
spicy
laying
today.
down.
Everybody came
I'm
in
just
so
saying
hot.
it's an interesting intellectual exercise that I feel like a lot of people haven't engaged with because it's just a part of our life. It's just like it all money.
You grow up saying
I'm picking up what you're laying down, and what I think what
hot for
you're
TV
saying
today.
is everybody should kneel.
Here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do. Things getting a little hot. Next week, I'm going to have Trapper Mike on and crank the heat to 11. I think he's got some pretty fringe ideas about this, and he's going to get it away in.
You're probably right.
All right, what do you have, Annie?
Well, I'm going to combine the two themes of our two previous slices with animals and controversy, because do you guys remember the box of Barnum and Bailey animal crackers?
Yeah.
Do you remember the old box? It has it just for theater of the minds for everyone. If you can't remember, it says Barnum animal crackers across the top, and then it's split into 4 quadrants. And there is a lion and a cub. It's like a parent-child thing. It's real cute. A lion and a cub, a polar bear, a gorilla, and an elephant. And it looks like a boxcar, right? Do y'all remember? It looks like a boxcar.
That was the
from
whole
circus.
thing. It's like the old trains, trains taking the circus from town to town, and then the animals would be in one of the boxes, and that's what the picture was of.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I'm here to tell you there are no more cages on the box of the Barnum's animal crackers.
Yeah,
no more cages.
They're not in the train anymore.
That's right. Well, and the PETA did not like that all 4, well, 8, if you count mother and child, all the animals on the cover of the animal.
Why couldn't it be father and child? Why are you saying mother and child?
One of them is. I'm sure it is, Cameron. I'm sure it's father and child. You're right. Which one would you like it to be? The tiger, probably, huh? The lion?
Yeah, the lion.
Yeah, I figured. I got you. Now the cover
I got a trapper mic on. It's getting hot. It's getting hot. Get him on, Chandler. Call him up.
Now the cover is 5 safari-looking animals walking towards you as the consumer out in the wilderness, not in a desert, out in the safari. It looks like something from Lion King. So there's a zebra, an elephant, a tiger, a giraffe, and a gorilla. They are set free, no longer in cages. It was a huge deal. It's been for over a century. I mean, the animal cracker boxes are from the late 1800s. So for over a century, the boxes looked exactly the same. All the animals have been caged. And now no longer do they pledge allegiance to the caged box. Now it is free animals roaming across the Sahara, the wilderness.
Interestingly, in 1954, President Dwight D. Eisenhower.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up.
Yeah.
But now they're coming toward you, like they're free. So you are
But you're in
like
danger.
in
Look.
you are in their field.
Yeah.
And they're saying, we don't want you here. And they're coming to maul you. That's
Yeah.
what's
And
happening
you're
to the
going,
children.
right, I'm about to eat your head off, literally.
Yeah, it's
I'm
eat or
going to
be
start with the
eaten.
giraffe and eat its
Eat
head
or
first.
be
I always
eaten.
ate that first.
Didn't Barnum and Bailey's, they like shut down.
They're done.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
That's now an animal cracker business. They've converted the whole thing. They've gone all in on the animal cracker thing.
Now all they have left is animal crackers, and now those animals are free range.
Now the threat
They're all
is
free
you
range.
could be the animal cracker. They're coming for it. Like you got to get it. Like eat this box
Quickly.
or we don't know
That's
where
right.
it ends.
Yeah, the whole
exactly
circus.
right.
The whole circus thing is something like it's like one of those things you grow up with and never really think about, and then you're like, it's kind of jacked up that they're chaining those elephants up,
That's
and putting them
right.
in a train
I
car.
thought the same thing, Jesse. I thought, how many things from our childhood are weird like that never one time
when
did
I was
consider.
when I was a kid, watching a guy in a top hat and a whip hold a chair and fight off lions seemed pretty cool. Now that's real messed up. Unless your name's Trapper Mike and you're doing it in somebody's backyard to protect children who are hiding behind a pane of glass,
And failing
you should
at
probably not do it for entertainment reasons.
I was at our old arena downtown, and it was during when the circus was in town. This would have been like 10 years ago. And so they were doing their couple weeks of shows, and I was there for something, and we were in the back hallways.
Yeah.
If you've ever been to an arena, like, obviously there's like a pretty wide hallway. We just go back to the locker room or load in or whatever. And they that's where they stored the elephants.
Oh man.
During the day. The elephants were just stuck in the hallway.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
man.
in the early 1900s, fighting an endangered species with a bar stool and a bullwhip seemed like an acceptable form of entertainment. Thankfully, we live in a more enlightened time.
Yeah. And I remember when they banned the elephant stuff from the circus, because that was probably 7 or 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And then it was just like the people's appetite of entertainment just changed.
Yeah.
It was almost a SeaWorld Blackfin moment. It was just kind of like, we don't like this anymore.
Yeah.
And then boom,
Yeah.
and they just went out of business.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever gotten to ride on an elephant? I've always wanted to do that. I've never gotten to.
Yeah, at the zoo and stuff like that.
You did?
Yeah.
I have not. No.
You rode on an elephant at the zoo?
Yeah, the Sanford Zoo in North. I mean, when I growing up, they had an elephant exhibit, and there was
to
a
school every morning.
You could you could go on a ride. You could pay $5
In
and
the
go on an
olden
elephant
days
ride.
of Orlando, when you rode elephants to elementary school.
Yeah. You sit on top, you have a very long pole with a string, and there's a peanut on it. And you just steer it
That's right.
by pointing that
That's how you
peanut
steer 'em.
whatever direction you want.
Yeah, I rode, but in the Middle East,
Just
I
out of
rode
trunk
camels
reach.
a few times. Have you done that?
Yeah, no. I've sat on one, but I didn't like in Israel. But I didn't know. I feel like I see pictures of people in like Thailand and that kind of stuff who get to ride elephants. I want to do that.
Yeah, it's a slow lumber.
Yeah. Like if I got
But
offered.
they always seem so friendly. They just seem like they're happy to know you. I don't know. I just think they'd be friendly.
Here's the thing. I'm not comfortable riding any animal. I don't.
Horses?
Yeah. I'd rather walk. Like, I don't want to,
Really?
you know,
But I've heard, and I'm not a horse person, but I've heard that like, you know, there's certain dogs that are bred for like hunting and they need to do that. That's just in their DNA. I've heard that horses are like that with like people.
Here's
like
the thing, it's
want
not for
to do
ethical
that.
reasons. It's not for ethical reasons. I have any ethical problem with horseback riding or riding whatever for transportation.
You just don't like it?
I just don't like
do you
the
feel
idea
out of
it.
control?
I just don't like knowing that this is a wild animal. And if he wanted to freak out, I just know if I was a wild animal at one point, once they thought they had me pegged and they're like, oh, he's a pretty cool guy. He's giving us rides all over town. At one point, I would just let him know, don't get too comfy with me. And I'd buck somebody or take him on a real wild ride. I'd like sprint for like 6 straight hours just around town. I wouldn't hurt anybody, but I would just let him know who's boss here.
Right.
Who's the wild animal here? Who's the one that weighs 900 pounds? Okay. Who's
You
the
always hear those
majestic?
stories that there's that one animal that they trusted until he could not be trusted.
Last weekend, Liz and I went up to Jackson we went to a rodeo in Jackson, Wyoming, and you know, you go up there and everything, you know, people are like riding around and there's you're seeing people on the bull trying to stay on for 8 seconds or whatever. And I was kind of like, at first, like, okay, maybe this is a little weird that they just keep this bull penned up and then have him try to throw a human off of him. I can't tell if the bull's having fun with this or if this is just
the bull's angry. That's why he's bucking him off.
So and then they bring out the kids who are on horseback. I guess that they just know how to ride horses in Jackson, Wyoming. And they release these calves, like little calves out into the rodeo. And the kids the goal is to lasso the calf twice, once around the horns and once by the legs. So the calf gets like pulled apart and crashes into the dirt like an idiot, like a legless piece of trash. And this baby cow keeps face planting over and everybody cheers. And at that point I had to I felt like I felt like one of those like snowflake millennials that they always accuse us of being. But I was like, this is animal cruelty.
That's the thing. Like, that poor cow is living in America's Funniest Home Videos clip every day of his life. Like, he got his feet knocked out he fell right in the dirt. Right in the dirt. His feet got tangled.
No, and they don't pull him up. I mean, I think calving or roping is one of the better things at the rodeo because they just tie him up and then let him go. The bulls that they ride are getting like stabbed in the side, which is making them jump. That seems way worse.
The other thing is like, well, we don't have to get graphic, but I'm just saying there's got to be a better way to keep track of cows than branding them, right? like you put a leash around them, like, oh, the one with the pink leash is mine. Oh, or I could burn my signature into them. It seems like it's a little more humane to, but whatever. I don't.
Do you know what they do in Scotland, Jesse, for sheep is they spray paint like a circle on like all the shepherd sheep run together and like they'll have a green dot of spray paint on all the ones that are owned by you and pink on all the ones that are owned by me. And so it's not painful. It's just spray paint.
Yeah. Not only is that more ethical, it looks way cooler and seems remarkably easier. Like if you were to you got to walk up to that cow with a hot iron and stick it on him. Like, are you insane? Are you insane to a live gigantic animal? Or you can go up and spray paint him. He wouldn't even know. He'd just be eating grass. Like, what's this guy doing? Shh, done. Next.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yep.
I'm not going to get kicked for that.
All right. This is the weirdest slices I think we've ever had. There you go.
Really?
It was all over. It was all over.
Variety. We call it variety.
I was kind of into
variety.
Variety.
Spice of life.
Exactly.
All right. Stay tuned. Up next, Francis Chan joins us.
You're lying to me, Debbie. I know that you are. I can see it written on your face. I know I can do much better, but I'm here in your car. 'Cause no one makes me feel the same way. And I blame it on you. 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 I blame it on you.
You're listening to Your Smith. The song is Debbie. At the beginning of the podcast, you heard Dizzy Faye with Lifestyle. Well, today's show is brought to you by Squarespace. Whether you need a landing page, a beautiful gallery, a professional blog, or an online store, it's all included with your Squarespace website. Creating a site with Squarespace is a simple, intuitive process. You can add and arrange your content and features with a click of a mouse. And if you sign up for a year, you'll actually receive a custom domain for free for that year. You can even design a best-in-class online store with Squarespace's award-winning templates, customizable settings, and more without a single plugin. And they include all the tools you need to even track inventory, process orders, and send custom emails with one intuitive interface. It's called Squarespace Commerce, and it allows you to understand every aspect of your business. Well, right now, Squarespace is offering Relevant Podcast listeners a special deal. You can go to squarespace.com/relevant for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch your site, use the offer code RELEVANT to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Squarespace, set your website apart. Francis Chan is the former pastor of Cornerstone Community Church in California, a church he left in 2010 during a massive season of growth for the ministry. His new book, Letters to the Church, he explains what he's learned in the years since he left vocational ministry and challenges readers to rethink what the model for a contemporary church should even look like. It's fascinating. We actually have part of this conversation in a feature in the current issue, the brand new issue of Relevant with Johnny Swim on the cover. You don't want to miss that. Here is another part of the conversation that we had with Francis Chan.
I guess the question that a lot of people are still interested in is, well, why did you leave?
Yeah, and I wrote about that in the book because there were so many reasons. Like, and I understand. Like, for me, in an effort to I got tired of hearing my own voice, and I felt like people relied on my voice too much. And they weren't getting to the word for themselves, and they weren't seeking God on their own enough, in my opinion. So I just tried to back away, but by not giving all of the reasons, people started coming up with their own assumptions, or they would hear like a partial answer in some Q&A session that I had and build a whole conspiracy theory around it. And, and even now it's like, okay, can I really tell you in a minute or two, like all the reasons? And I really can't. I will say that a lot of it started in speaking with the elders of the church and just us having discussions in elder meetings about what is most biblical and what does God call us to, and what does he want of his church? If we just went with the scriptures, what would we get from it? And did we just do things because everyone else was doing it this way? Did we feel trapped, like this is the only way we can do things? Or do we really seek the scriptures and say, you know what, this is what he would want me to do today? And realizing, gosh, I didn't think that deeply about things. And I did a lot of things because there was a pattern set before me, not in scripture, but in culture and with other churches. And as we saw a lot of the clear biblical commands, not obscure things, not things that might have been mentioned in one verse, but just the obvious teaching of the New Testament, it started to concern us as an elder board, especially me as an individual, going, gosh, I can't live with this. We've got to change this. And as we tried to change it as a church, I didn't even know how to do it. I'm not a great leader. I did my best, I think, but I couldn't turn things, and it was starting to feel divisive. And then there, on top of that, was just with Crazy Love and Forgotten God and some of the books just going crazy, and social media and people just saying all sorts of things about you, and just all of the feedback. I just got confused because everyone and their mother knew God's will for my life and what I should be doing in the church and what I should be preaching. And yet, meanwhile, I'm listening to everyone's opinion. And I think I just started caring too much what everyone thought and not really seeking the Lord enough. And gosh, it was just a confusing time. And I just really didn't know what more I could do for the church. Yeah. And as my wife and I prayed, both of us just really sensed like there's something else. There's, I thought I was going to be there for my whole life. I always respected guys that could stay in one place their whole life. And so I thought, that's what I want to be. But there comes a point when you just go, okay, the best I can guess of what I know in Scripture, and if I know the Lord, the best I can sense is that He has something new for me. And so I better just obey that and move on. I felt like there were great leaders in the church, and in a lot of ways felt like the church might be healthier without me, because there's just too much attention on me of what everyone thinks I should do. And I'm trying to say, no, think about what you should do. And there was even discussion with the elders of, gosh, maybe the church would be healthier without you. And just some of those questions really made me think, going, gosh, there might be some truth to that. So there are so many reasons why we ultimately were like, gosh, I think this is what God wants.
You mentioned something in the book about the model of church. And one thing that really stuck out to me was you talk about kind of the economic considerations of how we do church in America, and talking about doing this a different way that is kind of free, right? And I wondered if you might comment on that specifically, because one thing that I thought, and I used to be a minister in New York City for many years, and I thought, okay, what does this look like, on the day to day? And are you saying that that ministers should not be professional in that way and getting paid? Am I making sense?
Yeah, totally. I mean, not at all am I saying that, because that would be going against Scripture to say that ministers cannot be paid by the church. Now, I'm just saying that, first of all, in a lot of countries, that's the way it is.
Right.
And you do what's best for the gospel. You don't do something because it's best for you. You say, okay, what would spread the gospel in the greatest way? So I just offer something to consider. That it is possible, first of all, that somehow you've got millions and millions of believers in China, and it wasn't about all these paid clergy that was their business, and you have many countries where, and even in the inner cities in America, where most of those pastors are bivocational, and just showing an example, like in San Francisco, which is I think it's the most expensive city in America now. You've got, our pastors are all working, and none of them are paid by the church. And we have a church with zero budget. So all the money goes to the poor and to missions. And yet it's operating fine. So just showing that it's possible. And I would even say it's been really helpful in this environment when people are skeptical. We're just trying to come up with a way to do church and showing people that it's possible. But I'm not saying that it's the only way to do it.
As you say that, I thought, I wonder if you, let's say, you hopped in a time machine and you're zapped back, a few years back, and you're a younger Francis Chan, and you're about to start Cornerstone Church. What would you tell yourself?
I would say, go to the Scriptures, read the Scriptures, start with a blank piece of paper, and the Scriptures, and just start writing down like what would please God most. And according to the Scriptures, what does He want of the church? How did He envision the church? What did He die for? What are the things most emphasized? And work on those things first. Because step one to me was, back then was, okay, I got to put a sermon together. Step two is I got to gather people together to hear my sermon. So let's find a place to do that. Step three was I got to gather someone to, a band or someone to lead worship. It's just like, here's the steps, but did I get that from scripture?
Right.
Or did I get that from, well, this is what everyone does? And I don't know, that list would look different if I started with the scriptures and really prayed it through and really sought the face of God.
That was Francis Chan. Make sure to check out his new book, Letters to the Church. It comes out today.
Something got me wrong, must be in the city. Feelings got me wrong, living isn't easy.
What is my destiny? Why do I still feel empty inside, even after I've reached significant milestones in my life? Is it really possible to live the life I was meant to live? Not only is it possible to know the answers to these questions, God intends for us to know the answers to them. In his new book, Jesus First, Jesus Always, Pastor Jeffrey Smith brings to us the soul revelation that can fill our lives with a sense of purpose, confidence, and hope that was previously unimaginable. Jesus First, Jesus Always, the life you were meant to live. Now available on Amazon and wherever books are sold.
Something got me wrong, must be in the city. Feelings got me wrong, living isn't easy. Something got me wrong, must be in the city. Feelings got me wrong, living isn't easy.
You're listening to Triathlon. The song is Courtside. Okay, it's time for your feedback. Last week, for the editorial question of the week, we asked you, what is the hardest thing you've ever done? How did that come up? I don't even remember.
I know, because you survived the Hood to Coast.
Hood to Coast, that's right. What's the hardest thing you've ever done?
Cameron, I didn't get to say this publicly, so let me now say publicly, I'm so proud of you. It was amazing to listen and watch, and you did it. And I'm sorry, I was concerned about your health.
Well, I'm still limping, literally. And it's not just muscle soreness. Like I hurt my knee. I'm still limping. So you were correct that I could not do it. And also
but you did it.
I gutted it out. Yeah.
I know I texted you a lot, but I was just so proud.
I
so happy
appreciate
for
it.
you.
I appreciate it. Next year, we're going to do it again. I'm going to be ready this time.
I can't wait to cheer for y'all because I am.
Wait, why don't you do it with us? You got a year to prepare. All you need is a few months. You can do it.
Totally got it.
Hood to Coast.
We'll pray about it. We'll pray about it.
Power of the mind.
Power of the mind.
Are you going to do it, Jesse?
Oh, yeah. I'm in.
Well, here's what you know, because I'm an Enneagram 7. If you guys, I FOMO'd all week of Impact Week because you guys were all together and I wasn't there. So if you guys are all going to be there, I'm probably going to do it.
Oh, there you go.
I'm
in.
You're in.
Okay, so we asked you, what's the hardest thing you've ever done? You hit us up on Twitter at Relevant Podcast. You also posted on the podcast episode page at relevantmagazine.com. Here's a few of our favorites.
So Femi Sequoia said, hardest thing I've done was 10,000 push-ups in an effort to raise enough money for a well during the last half of the 2016 to distract myself from the internal pain of the election. It took almost 6 months. I didn't raise all the money. I didn't get ripped. I partially tore some stuff in my shoulders, but I got through this season without getting into any political fights, and the money went to a functioning well in Mozambique. 10,000 push-ups.
Wow,
yeah. 10,000. That is, I bet his shoulders are jacked.
Yeah.
I don't think I've done 10,000 push-ups in my life.
Yeah.
I can promise you I haven't. I don't even have to
I can't
count.
think I've done.
Yeah, you'd have to do hundreds a day in order to do it.
I think
within,
push-ups are so hard.
We had a couple pieces of feedback that had to do with the pumpkin spice thing. People took issue.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm back because someone needs to defend pumpkin spice.
Okay, Scott said I had a couple people and they were they're coming right at me, which is fine. But they cleared some things. Scott said pumpkin spice is not real; it's made up.
Right.
And they said there is no pumpkin in pumpkin spice, but
it's spice to put on pumpkin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To me, don't call it pumpkin then. Call it spices. Call it fall spice.
Fall spice.
Fall spice.
There we go.
Right.
You know?
Right.
It's like the new
Autumn
Spice Girl.
Spice.
And her Fall Spice, and she's a Spice Girl that wears.
Oh my gosh.
She wears yoga pants, UGG boots, and like
an oversized sweater.
Jesse, you're so
turtleneck
dang
sweater.
brilliant.
Fall Spice.
Oh man.
Autumn. She would have to go by Autumn
Yeah,
Spice
Autumn
because
Spice.
Fall Spice is like not as cool. Autumn Spice is way better. Okay. Also, Jesse, it's delicious. I needed, like, I was talking back to the podcast last week.
But not like in
summer,
August.
Not in summer. Like I said, it's
delicious when it's chilly outside. It'd be delicious in Scotland. It's not
blasphemous.
It's not when like you're sweating. Let me have some foamy pumpkin spice.
No, because then you can just go home and you decide in the 1% that we get to live in, where we can decide the temperature of our home at all times. You can chill it out. You can curl up with your blanket and your Ugg boots and drink that pumpkin spice on a 90-degree day on the outside. You can do
She's
that.
actually right. I have actually pined for the winter and have cranked my AC and put on a fire.
And maybe you should say, God forgive me. And instead, I will respect the order that you have set the seasons in. You have set the earth on its course around the sun, and I will respect your wisdom, not mine. Are your ways greater? I think so. Maybe I shouldn't be drinking pumpkin spice in the middle of summer.
You know who I
like
pledge allegiance to.
Tell me the dates you would give pumpkin spice. Like, if you gave it a window, what are the dates?
First day of fall, September 22nd, through the first day of winter.
Exactly.
We can do all the way to December 22nd. See, I would shorten it. I'd back it up to September 1 to December 1. That's it.
No, you do this between you and God. Why do you disagree with September 1 to December 1? That's not when fall begins. At the first day of fall, it's
so
a
you're
lunar
going
calendar.
September 22 to December 1. I agree with the cutoff before Christmas, because that's when you're going cinnamon and apples and all that kind of stuff.
Exactly. If you take it up with the lunar calendar, like not me. I'm sorry you find this so offensive.
I'm sorry you're taking such a hard stand on something so stupid.
Annie,
this is
what's right is right. What's wrong is wrong.
Right.
And it's
so you're saying a hard 6 weeks, no more.
You don't need it in your life any longer than that.
Till the end of no, 10 weeks, I guess.
Yeah, that's more than enough.
No,
that
9 weeks.
That is more than enough time.
September 22nd till November 30th is your window. I'm down with that. I'm down.
Ample
yeah,
time.
And I tend to think when people have a shorter amount of time to enjoy something, they enjoy it more.
Like Christmas.
Yeah, like Christmas. We need to stop. Like, the fact that there are some Christmas things out at Target right now is terrifying. That's bad, and that's wrong.
Yeah. That makes me contemplate my own mortality more. I'm like, oh man, this year really, what have I done with my
That's right,
life?
Tyler. That's exactly right.
Hey, well, there's a lot more feedback about the hardest things that you've ever done over on the podcast page. Go check it out. This has been a long show, so I just figured.
We got to help the people.
Okay, it's time for this week's
editorial question of the week.
Well, earlier in the show, we got talking about genealogy.
And a fantastic book that
I have already ordered. Chandler, will you confirm that I sent you my receipt?
This weekend, I'll let you know how it is.
And we want to know the weirdest thing you know about your family history. You know, maybe
I can't wait for this.
Ancestor who, famously did something. Now, I don't want the thing of like, well, I'm 5 steps related to Will Ferrell. I don't care. I don't care about that. I'm talking about family.
We are.
We're distantly related to Will Ferrell.
Our mom's.
The Ferrells.
You know what's funny? That's in the subtitle. If you would have read the subtitle of your father's book, that's right. Ferrell. That's real.
To be honest, I'm pretty sure he does talk about that.
He talks about the Ferrells.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What's in the subtitle?
So that was just you were just casually dropping that in there because it's actually true of you.
But I'm saying I don't want to know that. That's not what I'm talking about. I don't want to be like some random long way away.
It's called The History of Strang, Ferrell, Cameron, and Farley Families. Is it Chris Farley?
Does say. Wait, it says Farley families.
All of the
those are the SNL 4 grandparents. Those are the
4
You're
grandparents.
related to Will Ferrell and Chris Farley?
I don't know about Chris Farley, but we
funnier.
are Farley.
You both should be very much funnier.
Annie, we will find out because this is the torrid tale. This is the torrid tale of 4 families: the Strangs, the Camerons, the Farrells, and the Farleys.
I can't wait. This is gonna be my favorite read. It gets to me the same day this podcast comes out.
Half of which went on to launch a media empires. The other half to be the breaking stars of SNL in their generation. See how their paths intertwine with stabbings and acts of arson.
Some, the comedians of a generation. Others who eat a lot of chilies. Hey, so we want to know your craziest genealogy stories, things that you've learned about your family's past. Hit us up on Twitter at Relevant Podcast and post your longer ones. These should be good on the podcast episode page at relevantmagazine.com.
Call your parents, people. Call your parents and ask them what you don't know. And once you're done crying, post it on Facebook and let us see.
And if you've read Steve Strang's book and instead have interesting news about Cameron Chandler's family, then we would also accept those, I suppose.
Man, suddenly Steve Strang's going to become a bestseller next week.
I know. A lot of people are curious. It sounds like an interesting premise. Real talk. It sounds very interesting.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Hey, many thanks to Francis Chan for joining us. His new book, Letters to the Church, is out now. It's out this week. Literally today. I think September 4th. It's coming out. Also, thanks to Squarespace for making the episode possible. Remember to go to squarespace.com/relevant for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch your site, use the offer code RELEVANT to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Hey, the new issue of Relevant is out now. Johnny Swim is on the cover, as you know from here in last week's episode. Just released. It's at newsstands nationwide. Barnes & Nobles and other independent bookstores have it. If your bookstore doesn't have it, ask for it. It helps us. It'll get there. Also, you can go over to relevantmagazine.com now. You can view the whole issue, share it with your friends. The Johnny Swim story is fantastic, but there's a ton of great content in it. Bo Burnham, W. Kamau Bell, Christine Kane, Hillsong Young and Free. It's just stacked. Go check it out. The new issue, September issue of Relevant. It's out now. Also, don't forget, you heard Johnny Swim last week on the podcast. Their videos of those performances that they've done in our studio are up now. You can go find them on our website, obviously, but also on our YouTube channel, the Relevant YouTube channel, and also Facebook and other places. So go check out those performances. They are staggeringly good. Yeah. They're awesome. One of my favorite artists. Hey, on that note, we'll wrap it up. Annie, we are so glad you're back.
I missed you guys. Thank you.
We missed you very, very much.
Thanks,
dude, it's been so fun having you in the studio with us for these last few shows.
It's been really fun.
Yeah.
I'll be back. Maybe me and Annie will actually be in the studio together.
That would be fun in October. That's right. We're talking about
in a time of year that it's appropriate to drink a pumpkin spice.
Listen, when we're in the studio together, you better believe we're all PSLing. We are all going to have it.
But you do realize you will be coming to fall in Florida, which is like summer everywhere else.
Right.
Yeah.
You could wear flip flops and a tank top.
Fall within my pumpkin spice range, so I will be having
just crank the AC down really low.
We'll have to
just all things are permitted, but not all things. Whatever that
are beneficial.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Thanks, preacher.
All
right. Well, I'm Cameron Strang.
I'm Jesse Carey.
I'm Chandler Strang.
I'm Tyler Huckabee.
And I'm Annie F. Downs.
We will see you on Friday.
I got somewhere to go. I got somewhere to go. Or leave these thoughts untold. Just leave these thoughts untold.
Thank you for listening to the Relevant Podcast. If you like what you heard, be sure to leave us a review on iTunes. Check out other shows from the Relevant Podcast Network in the podcast section at relevantmagazine.com. And while you're there, browse exclusive podcast merchandise at our online store. Make sure to subscribe to Relevant Magazine. Info is available at relevantmagazine.com/subscribe.
Fill me up, this all will become your favorite lifestyle. Favorite part of this lifestyle. And are you sure that you wanna tell me all the truth? You'll love me here, love me not. This that flower picking lifestyle.
Mom, what's a hickey?
Relevant Podcast Network.